Welcome to Coach's Corner with Jay, featuring the Noles head coach, Jay Sacosta, and our host, Lance LaFollette.
Charles F. Warren, certified public accountant with 2 locations to serve in Woodsfield and New Martinsville, is proud to support local high school football. Don't miss the Get Ready for the Holiday sale at Woodsfield True Value. Gifts for everyone and a huge selection of trees, fiber optics, and holiday decorations. Holiday help is just around the corner. Let Swissland's Realty in Woodsfield help you find what you need in a home, commercial property, or just land. Visit our website for listings at www.swisslands.com. No matter what the weather is, you can work out year-round at Transforming Physiques. For your convenience, new owner Kristen Rossiter has extended the hours. Students have the opportunity to work out before school, after school, or on Saturdays. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, come out at 6 a.m. and get your exercise in before going to work. Adult, student, and family memberships are available. They now have 2 tanning beds and stock the best of tanning supplies. Stop out to see a large variety of sports drinks, diet bars, supplements, vitamins, and sports attire. Now is the time to start transforming your physique. For over 100 years, Bauer Turner Furniture has been serving our community with quality furniture and bedding. After a big day, kick back and relax in a dual recliner sofa, or choose from living room suites featuring couches with comfy armchairs or matching recliners. Then pick the perfect coffee table and tables and lamp to suit your personality. Of course, they stock bedroom furniture to please the country, traditional, or contemporary decorator. Kitchen tables and chairs, hutches, entertainment centers, and more can be delivered to your home this week. So stop by Bauer Turner Furniture today.
Good evening and welcome to Coach's Corner. Well, I'm happy to be here. Last week, quite an exciting game, 9-7 Seminole victory over Nelsonville, York. Coach, you preached to us that it wasn't going to be easy, and as exciting a game as it wasn't easy.
Well, you're right in that respect, Lance, and like you, I'm happy to be here too, because that means we're playing another week, and it's always nice to be playing at this time of the year. Number one, to finish a 9-1 season and get into playoffs and then get a win, be able to host a first-round game and get a win is a great feeling, and to get into round 2. So as we talked before, it was going to be a tough game, and we didn't let anybody down. It was definitely that. It was kind of a nail-biter, if you would. It was tough all the way through, and I figured that's just exactly the way it would be.
Well, statistically, pretty well-balanced attack. 171 yards rushing for the Noles, 91 yards passing. Seems that they came in different parts of the game. First half, grounded out attack, both sides really. In the second half, we come out with a little different look in the shotgun. But let's go to the first half. I guess, you know, a missed opportunity at the beginning, but the Noles come out and move the ball real well at the beginning.
Well, we put in a few little new wrinkles because they were in a defense where they were taking away the middle, and we knew we were going to have to attack the perimeter of the outside. So we went to the sweep, and we put in some new wrinkles where we ran out of a different formation than we'd run out of all year long, and we ran some motion and ran some toss sweeps, and we accomplished exactly what we wanted to. We attacked the outside, we moved the football, we got them out of that defense, and that kind of opened the power up for later in the game when we needed to take some time off the clock. They were out of that defense where they were taking the inside game away, and we were able to run about 5 minutes or so off the clock at a critical time.
Okay. We go to the second half. Josh Ishii comes out in a shotgun attack, and, you know, we haven't been a passing team all year, completed 30-something passes in the entire season, and Josh took us right down the field basically throwing the ball.
Well, if you remember, Lance, a few weeks ago I said that, you know, against good football teams, we're not going to be able to just line up and run the ball right at them. This was a good football team, and we knew we'd probably have to throw a little bit. And we tried to take advantage of what they gave us. They gave us the out route, and you're real familiar with that because you played a wide receiver position, and you know what that is. When the corner gives you a little bit of room, you got to take advantage of it. And they gave us some room on the corners. They played their corners off, and that allowed Kenny to get open, and Josh did a nice job getting the ball to him. Kenny did a nice job running with it, and that kind of enabled us to move down the field. When you look at it, basically, you know, it was a tight defensive game, 9-7. It was basically boiled down to 3 big plays. First big play, we kicked a field goal, and I'll tell you what, Curtis got into that one big time. Curtis has done an outstanding job for us kicking all year this year. He's missed a few extra points here and there, but he's boomed the ball real well on kickoffs, and he's done a pretty good job on extra points. Had a field goal try at Barnesville he missed, and I know he's really upset about it. And at that time, I told him, Curtis, don't worry about it. You'll get an opportunity to kick another one. He sure did get that opportunity and made the best of it. That ball probably would have been good for about 50 yards. He got all of it he wanted. He put it right down the middle, end over end, with just a beautiful kick. That was play number one, big play number one. The second big play came just about a few seconds later after we kicked off. They threw the ball downfield to a speedy Brandon Maiden, and he took the ball the distance, 63 yards for a touchdown. Second big play, two big plays within a short period of time right before the half, and after no scoring, 7-3 going into halftime, we're down. The one thing I talked to our kids about was don't panic. We got a lot of football to play. Keep your composure. Don't get upset. Basically, we did the things that we wanted to do the first half, and I think we ran like 33 plays to their 20 in the first half. So we pretty much dominated. We just didn't get the ball in the end zone as far as the touchdown was concerned. Then we came out the second half, again, another defensive struggle. I thought we had a big drive there where we got our touchdown, and Josh made a super run, freezing a couple guys and getting around on the perimeter and getting the ball in the end zone for what proved to be the winning touchdown. So all in all, a tight defensive game, another excellent job by our defensive team. And offensively, we didn't generate a lot of points, but we did move the ball. You mentioned about the stats. I think when it was all said and done, we had about 260 yards, and they had about 250 some, so it was pretty even as far as the stats, although we did have, I think, about 19 first downs to their maybe 13.
Okay. We're going to take a quick break. Come back. We have lots of highlights, so hang in there. We'll be right back.
At Swiss Hills Career Center, we teach students the skills they need to have employment security. Our students focus on long-term goals for a successful future. The objective of Monroe County Care Center is to provide home-like quality continuous care, inpatient rehabilitation, and professional services in a rural, well-established nursing facility. It's time to visit D&L Sales in Graysville, the alternative energy shop, for wood stoves, direct vent and vented gas stoves, and vent-free gas fireplaces. F.W. Shoemaker Insurance Agency celebrated 100 years of service to our community. F.W. Shoemaker is an independent agency representing many reputable companies for all of your insurance needs. Only the most professional agencies represent Westfield Insurance. The best of the best are recognized as Westfield Platinum agencies, and F.W. Shoemaker is proud to be a Platinum agency. F.W. Shoemaker Insurance and the Monroe Central Seminoles, two winning traditions.
First highlight comes on our first offensive possession of the game. Aaron Brown around the left side for decent yardage.
Well, we talked about how we had to get them out of that inside defense, and we started quick tossing them, and here we have success doing the Browning on a quick toss to the left side. He picks up the first down, and that was very successful for us to get the game started.
Josh Hishy goes to the air for the first time, completing it to Kenny Robinson.
Yeah, here we're running out of shotgun formation, and we've got basically a run and shoot or a double slot wide, and Kenny's the outside man on this side, and Josh goes to him. Kenny makes a nice catch there. They had good coverage on the play, but we still picked up 8 or 9 yards.
Gabe Gordon slows the Nelsonville York drive down by getting into the backfield and make a tackle for loss.
Well, you notice here Gabe is at a down position instead of an up linebacker, and he'll knife right through the guard center gap, and nobody blocks him. Makes an excellent defensive play, which we needed desperately at that time because they were moving the football.
Good defensive pressure here by the Seminoles coach.
Well, they're operating out of the shotgun formation. We do get good pressure, and Curtis Merrick has a shot at him there and misses him. He misses him here again. He starts to shoot outside, and Brownie comes up, trips him up, and also Shawnady comes from the backside.
Nelsonville York in a 3rd and long. Passing situation. Sam Miller comes through for big defensive play.
Now another big defensive play it was. Sam, number 88, comes in and makes a big sack right here. And like I say, they were moving the ball, and we needed 2 or 3 big plays there, one by Gabe and one by Sam, and that kind of stops their drive.
4th down in Nelsonville York in punting formation. Ball sails over the kicker's head.
Well, when you talk about long snap, that's definitely a long snap right over his head. You get a grabbing of a face mask right there, and this was a particular throw that no one seemed to be able to figure out, including myself. I kind of thought maybe they were going to really benefit by that and have an automatic first down, but it didn't work out that way. So I really don't know and can't explain what happened, but it actually worked out to our benefit.
Knowles are backed up here. David Spielman, like he's done so many times, on the punt and gets the Knowles out of the hole.
Well, kicking game extremely important, and David's done a real nice job for us. Here he booms one away, nice height on the ball, and he gets a nice roll for us, about a 45-yard punt. We get good coverage downfield. Dan Miller's down there and makes the tackle. Just a good punt all the way around.
Nelsonville, York deep in Seminole territory again. Good defense by the Knowles now.
So this makes good defense. Some people making big plays. And here again, we do a good job inside. We got several people around the ball. You see Curtis Merrick right there getting help from Sam Miller and a couple other guys. Excellent job inside.
You'll see the Knowles run the halfback pass later in the highlights, but here Nelsonville tries it, and Eddie McConnell is there to make a tackle.
Well, we knew this from scouting, and they run this at least once, maybe twice a game. They're trying to hit number 20 on the backside. They pitch the ball to Maiden. He didn't have any room. King gets the ball off, and right there, Eddie McConnell does a nice job showing some quickness for a big guy and making the tackle there.
Here we have Josh Ishii picking up about 8 yards around the right side.
They were operating out of shotgun formation here, and Josh will tuck it away and take it off to the right side. He gets through by a couple guys there and then gets knocked out of bounds.
Coach, we've seen Josh Ishii make a lot of nice plays. This one here's got to rank right up there with him.
Yes, it does, Lance. This is an excellent play, running out of the shotgun. Josh will tuck the ball away here, and he wants to throw to the right, comes back to there. Watch him just be a real elusive right here and put some moves on, spin, get away, take a hit. Does a tremendous job and never quits. He could take a knee, but he never quits and keeps on going. Showing a lot of toughness for a little guy like Josh.
Here Ishii comes back to throw the ball down the seam to Sam Miller for a nice pickup.
This is an excellent job by Josh. Nice job by our tight end, Sam Miller, number 88. We're in a pro formation, and Josh will drop deep, throw the ball right down the seam, and there Sam is. He gets away from that guy, he's probably gone all the way. But excellent throw and excellent catch.
Pitch, this pass isn't real pretty unless you're a Seminole fan. Aaron Brown throws one, flutters a little bit, and Sam Miller makes the catch.
Well, actually, it's pretty, Lance. It's pretty ugly, but we end up getting a big gain on it right here. Brownie's fortunate to even get away here, and we called that a double duck. Not a duck, but a double duck. But I'll tell you what, Sam stays right with it. There were a couple guys there and he came back and made the catch.
Curtis Merrick wanted to attempt a 37-yarder, and it's good, Coach.
Now, Curtis's first made field goal. He attempted one in Barnesville. Here you'll see he nails this one, end over end, down the middle, clears. Probably been good for another 10 or 15 yards anyway, but gets us on the scoreboard 3-0.
Third quarter action now. You mentioned Kenny Robinson catching a couple passes. Here's the first one.
Yeah, we'll run out of slot I formation here, and Josh will hit Kenny. He's at the top of your screen here, split end. He'll hit him on an out route, and Kenny does a nice job catching the ball and gets away from the initial tackler and is brought down around the 40-yard line.
On the very next play, Ishii hooks up with Robinson for another first down.
Well, if it goes good to one side, try it to the other. And here we are in this rip formation. Split end Kenny at the bottom of your screen. We'll do the same thing to this side. Josh puts it on the money. Kenny makes a nice catch and a nice run. He's pushed out of bounds, and we're moving the football.
Same drive, Ishii hooks up again with Kenny for another nice pickup.
Again, we'll go off the left side here, the shotgun formation, and Josh will hit Kenny out to the left. Kenny makes the catch. He's tripped up, but still picks up several yards.
Originally another pass play here, Coach, but Josh Ishii takes the ball in for the Seminole touchdown.
Yeah, we're going to go out of the shotgun again. We're going to go, initially plan to go to Kenny on the left side, and you'll see Josh will look out there, and Kenny's got a guy on him. Wisely, Josh keeps the ball, tucks away, freezes a couple guys here, does a super job getting in the end zone.
Coach, we really didn't face the option much this year. Here, Nelsonville York tries it.
Yeah, they're running out of shotgun formation. They'll run the option to the right, and you'll see we hit the quarterback immediately. He pitches, Dan takes the quarterback, and then Curtis Merrick is right there to make sure he gets a tackle.
Late in the third quarter, 3rd down and 2, and Gabe Gordon powers his way for the first down.
Well, this is what I mean. We got him out of that initial inside defense at Double Eagle, and here we go off tackle, and Gabe cuts it back up the middle, does an excellent job keeping his feet moving and dragging people.
Here we see number 25, Ryan Ferguson, make a defensive stop.
Yeah, Ryan from his defensive end makes a nice play here defensively from our right side. They try to go off the left side on an ISO, and he trips him up, maiden, and no gain.
Fourth quarter action now. Aaron Brown comes through to make a stop on the quarterback.
Yeah, Brown does an excellent job this time. He'll come up from the right side here. They want to throw the ball, and the quarterback, Edwards, can't find anybody to throw it to. He moves to the left, but Brownie comes up and makes a nice tackle.
Here, Gabe Gordon goes in behind the left side of that Seminole line for a nice pickup.
Yeah, we got a wing to this side. We go power to this side. We get a nice push off the line of scrimmage, and Gabe gets his shoulders squared up, his legs moving, and does a nice job picking up a nice 13-yard gain.
Josh Hishy comes up big on the defensive side with an interception.
Now they got twins to both sides, and Edwards try to go deep downfield out of the shotgun, and Josh does an excellent job here diving and making the interception.
This play was big in helping run some more time off the clock, Coach, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we're spreading them out, and we're in the shotgun formation, and Itch is going to drop back, and he's going to take outside the left side. Does a nice job sidestepping, and then gets out of bounds.
Play really big here, Coach, as the Seminoles sack the quarterback, keep that clock running.
Yeah, this proved to be a big defensive play here. You'll see number 76, Stephen Havey, take it back to pass, and he starts to roll out of the pocket. Stephen's going to put a big hit on him right there. And field position-wise, that just really helped tremendously.
Tense moments here, Coach, as the Buckeyes attempt a 42-yard field goal to win it.
Yeah, it came down to the last play here, and they get a field goal attempt off, but the ball comes short. As you see, it hits right about the goal line, and the Seminoles are moving on to step number 2.
It's time now for my Citizens National Bank Play of the Week.
27, that'll be about 37-yard field goal. All right, so we'll see what kind of range Merrick got. It's up. All right. It's good. I'll tell you what, yeah. That's a big-time kick. Yes, it is. Football. He had a lot of room to work with there, too. A lot of room to work with. Tell you what, he put the boot into that. Coach is fired up. A good snap. Started off by, I believe, Chris Jeffers. 13-yard line on this snap. Little juke and jive for Essie. He's down. Yeah! Monroe Central, I don't see any flags on the play either. All right, man. We've been accustomed to that. Nice run by Josh Essie. Gave it, like you said, gave a little juke. Yeah, play there. A little jab, a little shake and bake. Yeah, nice hit the fire using his speed. All right. I'll tell you what, Matt.
The Citizens National Bank of Woodsfield, home-owned and independently operated since 1933. Your community bank. Our officers, directors, and staff are dedicated to customer and community service. We reinvest your deposit dollars locally. So remember, banking with us is not only good for you, but it's good for your community. Citizens National Bank of Woodsfield. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll be looking at this week's opponent, the Amanda Clear Creek Aces.
Hi, I'm Bill Riesbeck. You've heard me talk many times about how we offer you the best variety at the best possible price every day. And we do it with no cards, no gimmicks, no hassle. Just like you, we're working to get the most we can for the money we spend. So if these things are important to you, come home to Riesbeck's. We'll even add customer service. as we continue what Grandma started over 70 years ago.
A few weeks ago, I picked up the newspaper and one of the sports writers put a little column in that a key matchup or a nice matchup he'd like to see is the Amanda Clear Creek Monroe Central matchup. Well, he gets his chance this week, Coach. Probably not the best of teams to run into, second round of playoffs, but you've said it in the past. You've got to beat everybody that comes in line. So Amanda Clear Creek Aces, 10-1. Next up for the Knowles at Meadowbrook. Coach, first off, take us through their schedule as far as see if there's any familiar teams in there that we've heard.
Well, Clear Creek is 9-1 in the regular season. They won their first round playoff game last week against Ridgewood. But looking back from the beginning of the season, they opened up with a 64-6 win over Westerville Central, who was 2-8 on the year. The second week of the season, they played Newark Catholic, who most of our fans are familiar with in the days and ages of when we were with Newark Catholic in the same region. Newark Catholic finished the season 9-1. They defeated Newark Catholic 27-20. In that game, Newark Catholic had about 6 turnovers that didn't help their cause too much. In week 3, they defeated Granville, a 7-3 team, 33-13. The next week, they defeated Tays Valley, who was 3-7 on the year, 23-15. Then they lost their only game of the year the next week against Fairfield Union, who was 5-5 on the year, 26-3. They had some injuries in that game. They had lost a running back, their top running back. They also lost, a quarterback in that game, but that was their only loss of the year. The next week they came back with a 42-13 win over Logan Elm, who was 4-6 on the year. Then they defeated Circleville, who was 7-3, 17-7. Then they defeated Canal Winchester, a 6-4 team, 30-7. And then in the last game of the season, they routed Hamilton Township, a team that was 8-2 on the year, 68-7. And then, of course, this past week, they defeated their first-round playoff opponent, Ridgewood, who was 8-2, coming in 24-7. As you can see, you know why they finished number 1 in their region, because they played several teams that had excellent records this year: 9-1, 7-3, 7-3, 6-4, 8-2. So they gathered enough points to end up number 1 in the region, and Ridgewood ended up number 8, so they played number 8 in the first round. They've scored a total of 382 points, averaging just shy of 35 points a game offensively, and defensively they've given up 128, about 11.6 points per game defensively. So you can see that they're not number 1 for nothing, because they've scored a lot of points. They haven't given very many points up. That means they're good offensively, they're good defensively. And to go along with that, they're also very good on special teams. Clear Creek is a team that is basically very well coached. They really don't make many mistakes. They wait around for the other team to make mistakes and usually take advantage of those mistakes. So they're a team that's not going to beat themselves. They're well coached, they're well schooled, they know what they're doing, and you have to be on your toes, because they can hurt you in any of the phases of the game, offensively, defensively, or on special teams.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at that front line offensively for the Aces. I know we faced some awful big teams in the past, and last week Nelsonville York had a lot of size along the front wall. What can you tell us about their front line?
Well, Nelsonville York was a big football team, probably overall a little bit bigger than what Amanda Clear Creek is, but Clear Creek's got a couple big guys, but you're going to run into that no matter where you go. Their center, number 55, Zach Somm, he's 5'10", 205, sophomore. Their guards, number 61, Josh Holden, a junior, 6'2", 200. The other guard is senior Sean Hess, 6'1", 175, number 65. Their tackles are their big guys. One tackle is number 63, Jordan Lee, senior, 6 foot, 280. The other tackle is a junior, number 70, Trent Strauss, 6'3", 255. Tight end, number 20, Wayne Strickler. He's a junior, 6'1", 175. And at the split end, they run like 2 or 3 different guys in there. And we may see number 2, Matt Poston, a junior, 5'8", 150. Kyle McKella, junior, 6'2", 165. Or Bryce Bailey, 6'3", 175, number 10. All those guys will show up at the wideout positions. At quarterback is Sam Davis. He's a junior, 5'10", 150, number 14. He didn't start there as the starting quarterback. Bailey got hurt early. Sam Davis came in, did an exceptional job, and he's probably maybe a little better passer, kept him in there, and he's directed the offense to the almost 35-point average. Number 11 is the fullback, Kent Phillips. He's a junior, 5'9", 170. And their go-to guy in the backfield is number 22, Raymond Sowers. He's a senior, 5'11", 165. He's kind of a do-it-all guy. He wasn't, again, the starting or the top running back in that offense at the beginning of the year. Zach Psalm's brother was their top running back, and he got injured, had to have knee surgery. Raymond Sowers entered, and he's done an outstanding job for him. He has over 1,000 yards now. I think he's got 700 and some yards in the last 5 games. He just does about everything you can think of. He's also caught a couple touchdown passes and probably caught a couple hundred yards had a couple hundred yards in receptions. Troy Bush is the wing back. He's number 26, 6'2", 225. He's an excellent athlete. So they do have a very powerful offense. They run a lot of twins. They'll run wing. They'll run an I formation. They'll run an open backfield. They'll run an offset backfield. They like to run a little bit of counter action. So they'll do a lot of different things. Run the veer, run the option. They'll do a lot of different things, and they do those things real well.
Okay. Defensively, what can we expect to see from them? I know, we've been piled up on in the middle. Can we expect it again?
Oh, I'm sure they'll put a lot of guys in there to try to stop the run, Lance, but last week we did throw the ball a little bit more, so I'm sure they're going to have to respect our pass a little bit. But they basically operate out of the same base defense as we do. They operate out of a 5-2. Their middle guard is Rick Foster, number 60, senior, 5'11", 192. One of the defensive tackles is their offensive tackle, Jordan Lee, 6 foot 280, number 63. And their wingback on offense is one of their other defensive tackles, number 26, Troy Bush, 6'2", 225, senior. Sean Hess, one of their guards on offense, is a defensive end, number 65. Wayne Strickler, tight end, is a defensive end on the other side. Number 11, their fullback, Kent Phillips, is one of their inside linebackers. Also, Jacob Westover is another junior. He's another inside linebacker. And their quarterback, Davis, wideout Bailey, and Raymond Sowers, their tailback, line up in the secondary. Sowers has probably about 9 interceptions on defense. They're kind of a 50-read defense. By that I mean they're going to sit there and they're going to read. They're going to play. They're going to just react to what you do. At least they haven't shown in the past. It doesn't mean they won't. They haven't done a lot of blitzing with linebackers and stunning with down men. They're just going to sit there and play it pretty straight, and they do a real nice job of that. I might also add that Sowers is their punter. He returns kicks. He returned a kickoff for a touchdown this year, about 86 yards. He returned a punt for a touchdown this year, about 89 yards, so he can do it all.
Okay. Last week the kicking game came in big for the Seminoles with Curtis Merrick's field goal and a missed field goal at the end, which, until they lined up, I'd almost forgot that we could get beat by this field goal. Have you seen anything to indicate they have a long-range field goal kicker?
I'm sorry to say, but yes, they do, Lance. They have an excellent field goal kicker. He's kicked at least 4 field goals this year. The shortest ones have been about 20 yards, and the longest one 47. He's a soccer-style kicker, and he has a good leg on him, so that means we can't get him let them get too close, or he'll boom it through. He's number 29, Carlos Del Angel, and he is an excellent kicker. So he does a good job of kicking off. He puts the ball consistently inside the 10-yard line on kickoffs, so they do have an excellent kicking game.
Okay. Last week against Ridgewood, a 24-7 victory. I had heard 17-7 late. Did you get anything from your scouting report that you can tell us about that game?
Well, against Ridgewood, it was a little closer game than what the score indicated, 24-7. Actually, Ridgewood had a couple key turnovers, and as I mentioned, Clear Creek is the type of team that's well-disciplined, and they wait for you to make mistakes, and they take advantage of them. That's exactly what they did. Ridgewood was actually, I think the score was 17-0 or 10-0 at the time, and they were going in for a touchdown. In fact, they had the ball on the 1-yard line. The kid jumped up over the pile, was hit, he fumbled in the end zone. Clear Creek recovered, so they lost the opportunity to score a touchdown there. It could have been 17-7 at that point. They punted to Ridgewood, and Ridgewood fumbled the punt inside their 15-yard line. Clear Creek turned that into a touchdown quick, and next thing you know, it's 24-7, and it could have very easily been maybe a little closer than that. But Ridgewood did move the ball. Ridgewood was pretty good size. They moved the ball, and they're basically a ground team. They did throw a little bit, had a little bit of success, but basically, they were unable to put more than a touchdown in.
Okay. Well, the game's played at Meadowbrook tomorrow evening. The kickoff is at 7:30 p.m. Coach, you had to be pretty happy about the draw as far as the site.
Happy and also very surprised, Lance, to be going to Meadowbrook. Kind of thought we might end up in Zanesville, which would have been more of about a halfway point. But when the state, a lot of people say, well, how do they determine where they put teams to play? Well, they only have so many sites that are considered sites for neutral site playoff games. And they have to look at everything, the whole big picture, and then decide what they have available and where they want people to go. And they put Bel Air and Ironton at Zanesville Saturday night, so that ruled out us going to Zanesville. So I guess there wasn't anything on the other side, so they came back this side, east of Zanesville, and they picked Meadowbrook as a site, which is a little bit closer for us, about an hour trip for us, about an hour and a half or so trip for them, so a little bit closer for us. So it's, we played there a couple years ago. We played Crooksville there. So some of our kids that played on that team that are still with us are familiar with the surroundings there. So, we're pleased, a little bit surprised that we are going to Meadowbrook.
Okay. Well, there's still tickets available. We're going to take a final break and come back and let you know about those right after this.
Community is our middle name. Ohio Valley Community Credit Union. We grow with you. We grow with you. Community is our middle name. Ohio Valley Community Credit Union. I'm not buying till I checked on board.
When it comes to the regular maintenance of your Ford, Lincoln, or Mercury, come to the service department at Doane Ford. From oil changes and brake work to alignments and major repairs, the service department at Doane's has state-of-the-art equipment and factory-trained technicians to keep you on the road. And for all types of body work, remember, Doane Ford's Collision Center is a direct repair shop for all major insurance companies.
I'm not buying till I checked on board.
Charles F. Warren, certified public accountant with 2 locations to serve you in Woodsfield and New Martinsville, is proud to support local high school football. Don't miss the Get Ready for the Holidays sale at Woodsfield True Value. Gifts for everyone and a huge selection of trees, fiber optics, and holiday decorations. Holiday help is just around the corner. Let Swiss Lands Realty in Woodsfield help you find what you need in a home, commercial property, or just land. Visit our website for listings at www.swisslands.com.
Okay, kickoff 7:30 p.m. Meadowbrook High School. That's in Byesville, Ohio. To get there, you would go 78 to Caldwell, get on Interstate 77 north to, I believe it's exit number 37, Pleasant City, Senecaville exit. Take a left off the exit and go about 2 miles to State Route 821, turn right, and you can't miss it. It's about 2 miles up the road. On your left, you'll see the lights. So 7:30 kickoff. Gates open at 5:30 p.m. and we've been informed by the athletic director at Meadowbrook that they will not open before 5:30. 5:30 sharp. There's a hillside in the end zone. It's a slight hill, but he said people are welcome to bring lawn chairs if they want to do that. I know we have a lot of end zone sitters out there, so whatever it takes to get behind the Knolls. Brought up pre-sale tickets. Those will be available tomorrow until 4 o'clock. Last week, Coach, we talked about it. You don't get the home field advantage so much when it comes to the money thing. We didn't, had a nice crowd, but we don't make a lot of money on that.
It was a real nice crowd, Lance, and the thing that people need to understand, and we've kind of tried to emphasize this every year when it comes to playoff time, that we only get, the school, when I say we, the high school only reaps the benefits of 20% of every ticket that's sold. So basically, a little over $1 each ticket sold is all the school gets. That's pre-sale. We get absolutely nothing of the tickets that are sold at the game. Last week, we had a nice crowd, as you say. There were almost 950 tickets sold at the gate. Now, I understand there's people probably from the valley that came in and maybe didn't get their ticket ahead of time or have an opportunity to buy it, and they had to buy it here. But not 900 and some people. I'm sure there were a lot of people from our area and a lot of people from Nelsonville, York, that came in and bought their ticket at the game. We, the schools, get absolutely nothing for that. If you're going to try to help out, buy your ticket pre-sale. It doesn't really save you any money other than the students, but it gives the school an opportunity to make a couple bucks. You don't make a lot. So instead of waiting to buy it at the game, we urge you to please buy your tickets pre-sale, and that will help the school a little bit.
That's basically over $1,000 out of the athletic department. That's where the money goes.
Exactly. And that helps all sports.
Right. Okay, as I said, tickets are available tomorrow until 4 p.m. That would be, during school hours at Monroe Central High School, Skyview Elementary School, Woodsfield Elementary School, and then until around 4 p.m. you can still pick those up at Hoff's Marathon here in Woodsfield or at Louisville Hardware in Louisville. That's on your left, blinking light. Coach, again, good luck. Victory number 11 right there for us.
Well, thanks, Lance. And, we're real pleased to be where we are at this point in time. And if we want to take that next step, it's going to take our young men playing sound football, solid football for 4 quarters because, like I say, you go against no patsies at this level. Every team is good, and you've got to play, and you've got to play super ball if you want to move on and take that next step.
Okay. Well, everyone, get a good night's rest, get those noisemakers out, and get over there to Meadowbrook High School tomorrow night and get behind the Knolls. Good night, everyone.